Find me, Jose Monkey.
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This person recorded a video on a very foggy morning, which was a new and interesting challenge for me. But even with the limited visibility, I was able to spot enough clues to help me find this one relatively quickly. So what can we see? Our friend here asks to be found, and I noticed a few things right away. We've got a few different things that we can read here, but we have to flip around the video first. This person's hat says AG Texas. That is for AG Texas Farm Credit Services, which told me that this was probably in Texas. In the window here, we can see the sign that says Interstate Batteries Sold Here. That made me think that this was probably some kind of auto shop. We can actually see a number on the door here, 500. That can sometimes be a really big clue, but it depends what other information we have. Finally, we see this sign that says Wolverine Pride. I'll come back to that. Okay, so that was all before this person even turned the camera around. When they do, we get this very foggy scene, and there's really not a lot to see.
Bro, just use AI.
Use AI to do what?
To remove the fog.
I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
Anyway, the scene was very foggy, and there wasn't a lot to look at. But I noticed that we had an intersection where there were street signs visible. And when I saw that, I figured I'd make quick work of this one. But guys, this was not going to be the slam dunk that you might think. Because even after a bunch of zooming and squinting, the best I could figure out is that maybe this one sign said Maine, and maybe the other one said Elm. Now, normally knowing both names at an intersection would be a huge clue, but these are among some of the most common street names in the United States. Main Street is frequently ranked as the #1 street name in the US, and depending which list you check, Elm is usually in the top 20. Now, I could search for every single intersection of those two streets in the state of Texas, but even doing that will get you a ton of results, and I figured I could do better than looking at every single one of those. And guys, I tried searching for various combinations of the word Texas, the number 500, those street names, and various phrases that I thought might be associated with auto shops that would sell batteries, but I wasn't finding anything terribly helpful. Fortunately, we had one more clue, that Wolverine Pride sign. Now, this looked to me like the kind of sign that a business would put in the window in support of the local high school sports teams. So I figured I just needed to find a high school in Texas that used the Wolverine as its mascot. So I went to the Massey Ratings website. Massey Ratings is a data-driven system to rank different sports teams based on their performance, but I didn't care about any of that. I knew that their website had a way to search for professional college and high school teams with a given mascot. So I looked for teams that had a Wolverine as a mascot. And I got a really long list. But I only cared about the ones in Texas, so I copied and pasted those results into a spreadsheet so I could more easily filter it. And when I did that, I got a short list of 8 schools. One of them was Spring Lake Earth High School. And when I brought up Earth, Texas on Google Maps, I could see that it's a pretty small town. It has a main drag that runs east-west through the middle of town, and a bunch of the streets that intersect with that main street are named after trees. Birch, cedar, and of course, elm. Once I spotted Elm Street, I was not at all surprised to find that there was a tire and lube shop right there. And guys, that was it. You're standing in front of C's Tire and Lube Shop in Earth, Texas. I used Google Street View to confirm that view of the house across the street, and I was able to get this view that shows me exactly where you were standing, right here in front of the shop. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one, and this time it's in Season 1, Episode 87, in Amarillo, Texas. I know it looks like it says Amarillo, but I'm pretty sure that they say Amarillo. Anyway, that's about 74 miles or 119 kilometers away from this spot. Guys, check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far using the videos that you've sent me. And while you're there, maybe go check out my store if you're into that sort of thing. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.